She's sold more than 30 million albums, recorded over 200 songs, 6 Grammys to her name. Amy Grant is back with us.
Welcome,
so
welcome.
happy that you
Happy
are
that
here.
you're here. We're happy that you're here. And the last time you were here, I know Fabio, our favorite Fabio Viviani, he was here, and we went into the kitchen, and he made a dish that you absolutely loved.
I did, yes, with tomatoes and olive oil and crushed garlic.
And you've made it many times for your family?
I have made it many times and made it on a camping trip this last summer, and it's fantastic.
So I think it was Italian stuffed beef is what his.
Right. And there it is. Oh, look at you.
Look at you. That's yours.
Oh, that's serious camping.
That's our campfire, and it's covered up right there. And I think there was a picture of me in front of it, but no. Oh, that's us. Hello.
Oh, look
That's
at that
my
beautiful
girl.
picture. When you make something like Fabio makes, did you go, I don't know if it's going to taste like his, but I'm going to hope?
Well, I mean, part of the fun of cooking is always adding, splashing in more wine, just anything that's there.
He would encourage you to do that, too.
Yes.
I mentioned to you in the break about MusiCares.
Yes.
Being involved with it, I think it's such an amazing organization. I'll let you talk a little bit more about it, how did you get involved with the music? What is MusiCares first, and how did you get involved?
Well, MusiCares is an organization, I guess a foundation, that started in 1989, and it provides help for people in music. And so, all kinds of help. I have a good friend, and they paid for rehab for my friend. When the flood hit Nashville in 2010, another friend of mine, all of, air conditioning, heat was destroyed, and I know the Gospel Music Trust Fund gave them some money, MusiCares gave them some money, so just all kinds of things, confidential.
So these are people in the music industry who make their living doing music, and so this is a specific foundation that helps
to help them
get out of.
Right, but the biggest fundraiser is the dinner right before the Grammys. I've never been to this dinner, and you said you've covered it.
Yeah, I've covered it. Yeah, James Taylor was honored one year, but you wanted to be involved at this one because you haven't been before, but there's a reason why.
Because we're honoring Carole King, and I love Carole King, and I've been with her on several occasions, but her music was, I mean, my 6th grade boyfriend, Johnny, we would play her record, and I'd be listening on his phone line, and we kind of push down on the needle. No, you're ahead of me, you're ahead of me. Okay, now they're in sync. You know, you just hope the turntable turned at the same time. And I just have always loved her, her attitude about life.
You're performing.
Are you going to perform with her?
I don't think so. No, I mean, anything could happen tonight, but Miranda Lambert, Martina McBride, Jennifer Nettles and I, we're kind of representing Nashville women that love her.
But they're recognizing, they're honoring her for all that she has.
We're honoring her and singing her songs,
yes.
right.
Speaking of songs, you have so many, you've done so many. We want to talk to you a little bit about some of the favorites that you have done over the years, because we want to get some of the sort of the story behind them, if we can. Do you mind if we do? If we quiz you a little bit? Would you guys like to hear a little bit of story behind some of these? We're going to play a little bit of it, and then so you all recognize it, and then you can give us a little detail behind it. Ready? Okay.
Oh yeah.
You remember this song?
2 decades have gone by. My, how time flies when you stay alive.
What's the story behind Baby Baby?
Keith Thomas and I wrote that song for my daughter Millie. She was 6 weeks old.
Yeah, and that, you said, how long ago was that?
She's 24 now.
There she is.
Wow. Wow.
And she came out on the Grammys. I performed that on the Grammy Awards, and she was 2 years old. And you know, it was in New York that year, and it was so late. Now all I'm thinking is, I have a 2-year-old backstage. She's going to walk out and throw a fit. You know? But she didn't. She just toddled out. And
do you hope when you write a song about something that's so personal, about a 6-week-old, that you know, your child, do you hope that it becomes a hit? If it's not a big hit, is it reflective of your, connection to your child?
I mean, you hope everything that you do is successful enough to let you keep doing what you love, you know? So, but I'm not thinking, when I'm writing a song, I'm just thinking about loving the music.
Yeah, that was such a popular song too. Okay, we have another one.
Take a listen.
Oh yeah. This song changed my life. Yeah.
All right, Vince Gill. Now, how did this song change your life?
Well, we recorded this in December of 1993, and the world tilted on its axis. I met Vince. I was married, at the time to Gary Chapman. And I felt like, I had, I don't know,
There was just something that connected you.
There was a film crew there, and I remember just being so drawn to Vince. I went up behind him and I said, I've just wanted to put my arms around you the whole night. I mean, I wasn't flirting with him.
Yeah.
It was like a moth to a flame. And I just put my arms around him, and we have film of this from 20 plus years ago, and he went, whoa, and he's like, hey. And, but this is the craziest thing. I went to do a TV show with him, and I'm walking out the door with my bags, and Gary said, now don't go fall in love with him. He said, you don't know him, but I've met him, and you guys are cut from the same cloth. And I went, what are you talking? It was the weirdest thing. And I mean, I worked with him and just went, everything about him was familiar to me. And I mean, not everything.
Yeah,
Right.
but still.
Yeah, and when we worked together that night recording that song, I kept saying, I wish I were a guy. If I were a guy, we would be running buddies. We'd be best friends.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I mean, I can't explain it, but once you feel that connection with somebody, right or wrong, everything else is.
Well, it worked out for you, didn't it? You got married, and how long have you been married?
Oh my gosh, it'll be 14 years in March.
And wow.
Yes, I know. Crazy.
Ready for another one?
Yeah.
All right. Takes a little time.
Yep. Oh, I love this.
Where does this go for you in your mind? Do you think of recording it? Do you think?
I'm thinking about a lot of things. That was toward the end of my marriage with Gary. And just trying to find my footing. A dear friend of mine is bipolar, and she was kind of upside down at the time. And, you know, I just try to not have a knee-jerk reaction in life, but to respond rather than react. And so all like songs like that are just reminders. Breathe.
It takes a little time.
Breathe, and just, we're gonna
Yeah.
figure this out. Yeah.
Wow, you know what? It just underscores how much art and music means to us
Yeah.
through these transitions in life.
Yes.
Yeah, it takes
How
you right
it can
back there.
take- Yeah.
Well, it does.
Yeah.
Well, what's next for you?
Well, this spring, I'm doing several performances with my husband, Vince Gill, in theaters around the country, and we've never done this before. We've done Christmas shows, but he's ready to take some time off the road, and he was looking and just be recording it in the studio, and he said, I've got all these shows, and I'm just trying to get revved up for him. And then I said, well, do you want to do them together? I mean,
Oh, that's
and he
nice.
said, yes.
Yes, yeah.
And so we are going to go do these shows.
That's so
and-
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, do you want to do a show on the road? Let's
With
you and I go.
Okay, I'm all revved up
come
for
watch
that.
that?
Let's do it.
No,
Yeah, no. I just said yes. And you can come
I'm
with
just
us.
saying they're not going to come. They're
Oh,
gonna be
yeah,
like,
you will.
No,
Okay.
we're good. We'll sit this one out. Don't sit this one out with Amy and Vince. Amy Grant, you can follow her on our Twitter page at Home and Family TV, and to get the very latest on the tour dates and all the stuff that she's talked about, go to amygrant.com and follow her at Amy Grant.